What's up, everybody? My name's Aaron Oxley. I'm a technical sales specialist, and in this tech tip, we'll be looking at deploying apps from development to production in Geocortex Web. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in Geocortex Web Designer. I have this app that I've been working on. It's pretty basic, not a lot of components here, but I do have some tools in my I Want To menu, and my users are anxious to start using this app. So I want to make it available to them, but I want to keep working on it, and I don't want my changes to affect their work. So if I make this app available to them and then start making changes, I'm just asking for trouble. Something's going to go wrong for those users. So in Geocortex Web, we have built-in functionality to support a tiered deployment strategy. And what that means is I can have multiple copies of the same app. One where I do my development, making all my changes, and potentially I could be breaking things as I go, which would cause issues for my end users. So that's why I can deploy a production copy. This one will not be affected by any changes I make here until I deploy again. We can see that I have a development copy last saved. My production copy shows not deployed because I haven't ever clicked this button for this app, but we'll do that shortly. First, I want to talk about these options down here. Environment values. These allow us to substitute text for each deployment stage. It's mostly used for different deployment stages of an app to use different service URLs. For example, I want my development copy to use services from my development ArcGIS server, and I want my production copy to use services from my production ArcGIS server REST endpoint. So with this in place, when I deploy this app from dev to prod, Geocortex Web will find every single instance of the dev text and replace it with the prod text. Now I can also add more tiers to my deployment strategy. Testing and staging are the two others that are available, but the pattern is the same. So I'll just stick to development and production now. It's just more steps to go through these four. Now at each stage, a copy of this application gets created and it gets given an ID. Now the production version gets an ID that remains with the app, and that is what I send to end users so that they can access the live production copy. An important concept here, it might seem obvious, but an app only moves in one direction through the stages. Any changes need to get made in development and then pushed through whatever stages I have configured to production before my users will see those changes. Let's click this button though. We'll get a pre-deployment summary here, and this gives us a chance to verify what's changed in the app, as well as any environment values that we set. We can see that this text was not found, no big deal. We can see that there was a web map added, all good. And we don't have any workflows, report templates, or print templates configured in this app, so there's nothing listed in this section. All good, let's proceed. And that's it. I've pushed this app to production. Now I can see the context menu for my production app. Importantly here, I'll never actually be able to see this production app in Designer because it's non-editable. So we need to access it here. I can launch directly, or I can get links. And there's an embeddable version, a standard URL, and a QR code as well. So these are what I'd be sharing with my end users so that they can access the production copy of my app. You'll notice after I've pushed, the button is now grayed out because there are no changes to push. If we make a quick change, let's just grab a component here and change a setting. We'll make a save. And now that button is available again. And this time, in the pre-deployment summary, I'll see the change that I made to the I Want To menu. And again, we can deploy. And I've now deployed that change to my production application. Now, one other thing that I want to show before we wrap up here, sharing permissions. So this is where I can confirm that my production copy and all the supporting resources are shared properly. In this case, The production copy is brand new, so it's not shared. And the web map, I get a copy of that created as well, so that is also not shared. Geocortex Web creates these automatically when I push to production. The ones down here, the underlying data, we get a warning because I don't actually own this item, but it's shared with everyone, so that's perfect. These two here, I do need to share them with everybody in order for my users to be able to access them, or at least share with users within my organization. So this button down here saves us some work. It takes me directly to the source of these items, and I can just check this box to select both, and then click share and share appropriately. In this case, it's my organization. I'll click save, and that's up to date. If I close this one, close that, and check again, we can now see that these are shared with my organization. All good. That is now ready to be made available to my end users. I can close, I can come and get this link and start sending this out to anybody who I want to have access to this application, as long as they're within my organization. So that is deploying apps from development to production in Geocortex Web. If you want to know more, just let us know. Email info@geocortex.com. If this video was helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe, and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.